Welcome back, legends, to the Estate of Minds, where we've got no fluff, just facts, and the only podcast where property meets personality. We're diving into the topic today of continued professional development, or CPD for short. And for those three letters that make agents cringe at the moment, I tell you what, Jaclyn, it's a pretty scary thought out there. So today we're kind of like sorting out fact from fiction, and we don't want to lose our licenses, but we've brought the big guns, Jaclyn and Lazarou. Welcome today to our podcast.
Thank you, Victor. Thanks for having me on. It's great to be on the lounge with you.
Look, here's the thing in real estate in Queensland at the moment. This CPD thing isn't just a nice to have. I mean, we're seeing a lot of questions around it. You know, we're trying to stay licensed. We want to stay sharp. We want to stay legal. So the big question we're all wanting to know is, what is CPD, Jaclyn?
Great question. CPD, continuing professional development. Mm-hmm. It's all about staying compliant, staying current, staying fresh, and sustaining or maintaining, your license in Queensland.
Yeah, absolutely. There.
So it's really important for everyone to take responsibility and be involved.
So CPD, continued professional development. It's very misunderstood. There's a lot of confusion around this. So
there is a lot of confusion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I guess the Office of Fair Trading as of June 6th this year, have brought in the CPD training.
Yep.
So CPD is all about making sure that everyone that holds a registration certificate, a license in Queensland, stays relevant, stays up to date, stays current. So to do that,
so not just box ticking or anything like that.
Absolutely. It's not just about box ticking. It's important that we as an industry stay current and are transacting well out there.
Yeah, fantastic there. So about staying competitive, staying compliant, but also current with legislation. So for Queensland licensees, the Office of Fair Trading has made this compulsory or mandatory, I suppose. So what is the legal requirement from the IFT?
Absolutely. Everybody in Queensland that works in our industry needs to do 2 units of competency in a calendar year. Now, a calendar year for a CPD calendar year is individual per agent, and it's worked on when your license was first issued to you, not any other way.
Right. Okay.
That's what it is. It's important that everybody remembers that. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of discussion around what date to use.
Because it came out June the 6th, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so what does that mean now? Does that mean I have to get my license and my CPD done tomorrow?
Absolutely not. As I said before, it's about your own personalised calendar CPD year. Okay. And that starts from the date of issue of your licence. So we've got to go back maybe in the past a little for some of our agents, but that's when it is. It's your date of issue of your licence. The OFT have set up a great website, which you'll get more information on at the end of this podcast.
Okay. Yep.
You'll get a little bit more information on that. The links will be there, and it will tell you what to use, how to use it, and then it will share what your CPD year is.
Am I fair to say that CPD is almost your insurance policy in skinny jeans?
Yeah, you could pretty well say that. Yes. It is important for everyone in the industry to make sure that they stay current.
Do you really need it?
Absolutely.
Is it enforced?
Yes, it is. Without it, you can't transact. So if you don't do your two units of competency throughout that year, you won't be able to transact. You won't be able to work in our industry.
So let's talk about some myths out there, because I'm hearing a lot of people coming up to me at the moment. I've been in the industry nearly 25 years here. So I've never had any issues, not morally, ethically, or anything like that with the law or anything like that there. So why does someone like me need to do CPD if I've been in the industry for so long and I'm an industry expert now? I deliver the training here at Validum.
Absolutely.
Why do I need it?
We need it because, well, we've had a lot of changes in Queensland, but it also makes sure that everybody in our industry is looking after their knowledge and staying competent and staying up to date.
So if I did a 1 hour online webinar last year, does that count?
Absolutely not. Your CPD needs to be done at the commencement of your individual CPD year.
Okay.
Anything before is not counted.
And it's the Office of Fair Trading that are mandating this. Nothing to do with REOQ and like that, right?
Absolutely. The Office of Fair Trading have set out and stipulated the whole process around the CPD.
What are these CPD requirements? I'm hearing level 1, level 2. What does all this mean, Jaclyn?
Yeah, that's it. CPD, when they brought it out, they brought out 2 different levels. So there's type 1 and there's type 2.
Right.
Type 1 is your formative, if you like, levels of information or knowledge courses.
Yep, right.
So they'll be things that are important for you, legislative requirements,
right, yes.
understanding how to fill in the new Form 6s or any updates that have happened. So it's really about being particular for our industry and our industry skills. Type 2 are what we call our lighter units.
Okay.
They're more about how to build that relationship, how to sustain that relationship with your vendors, your landlords, your tenants.
So you've got some choices, really, don't you?
You have a choice.
Do themes, etc., etc.
Correct. You can do a mix of a type 1 and a type 2 or 2 type 1s.
Okay.
As long as you do 2 units throughout your calendar year.
So it's pretty flexible then, isn't it, really?
It's very flexible.
It's great that, you've got the opportunity to do it across a whole year as well. You don't have to get it done tomorrow, do you?
That's right. There's no pressure. I think when it was first coming out, there was a lot of information out there about getting it done and how am I going to get it done and it's going to take so long. It's going to be really heavy. What do I do? It's not. You've got 12 months to complete your 2 units. And those 2 units are really going to only take you about 2.5 to 3 hours each.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
it's not a lot.
So it's not that invasive, really, is it?
The investment is minor to be able to keep working in our industry.
So it's not just watching a video. It depends on who delivers it, right? So who can deliver this kind of stuff?
Absolutely. The only people that can deliver this are registered training organisations. That's it.
Such as Validum.
Fantastic
there. Here's another myth that I hear a lot about. My agency never asked me to do CPD. So why do I need it?
Yeah. Well, you need it now because it is required by the Office of Fair Trading. But you need it to keep yourself current, to make sure that when you are out there transacting, you're up to date. You're giving your landlords, your vendors, your buyers, your sellers current and the best information that you can give them.
So staying relevant is really what it's about as well, isn't it? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I totally agree. I love this fact that it's come into play.
Yeah.
I think that the industry's really, really needed it. So about time that we've kind of there is all these other industries, financial planning, accountancy, business, anything that you do in that finance world, you need to stay compliant in. So CPD has become a necessary requirement. I think real estate here in Queensland was one of the few industries that wasn't regulated in that capacity. So it's probably about time, I suppose, isn't it?
Oh, look, I agree completely. And I think it's only going to be a great thing for us in Queensland. And it helps us to sustain a professional level and everybody is on the same page.
Look, I think as a professional industry, I think this is going to take us it's going to be revolutionary and it's going to really put real estate people on the map. We're going to get a lot more credibility with not just the licensing now, Certificate 4 is now in place as a current qualification now you need to do to be in the industry.
Correct.
CPD requirements as well there to stay current, stay relevant, stay up to date. It's a peace of mind thing for the public as well, isn't it, really?
Oh, completely. I agree. And it makes us look super professional now.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. Absolutely. Like Validum, here at Validum, we our students come out really polished and they know what they need to know. And that's who we need in our industry.
Yeah,
really well polished, finished and professional people.
Legislatively, ethically, morally, that stuff that's really, really important there. So your compliance is your responsibility. So if your agency gets audited and your name pops up for license renewal with no training, guess who's going to come knocking? So can CPD save your bacon in a legal dispute?
Absolutely. If you're current and up to date and you are completing your units of competency for CPD throughout the year, yes, it will. There'll be no need for them to come and audit you, or if they do, by chance, you're going to be compliant and you'll be able to present them with what you need to show that you are professional at taking your industry responsible.
Now, you mentioned that you're going to be able to show them what you need. What does that mean? What does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of your units that you complete, you will get a certificate or a statement of attainment. Depends on which units that you have completed.
Right.
But you'll get those. You have to hold those as an agent for 5 years.
Gotcha. So it shows that you've been diligent there. And that's kind of a big risk mitigation strategy then for you as an agent as well, I suppose, for your insurances, public liability, public indemnity insurances as well. Having this CPD requirement means that you're going to be able to tick all those boxes as well, doesn't it?
That's right, yes.
Okay, so here's another myth. CPD is just a waste of time. I learn everything on the job. I hear this a lot from the industry, Jaclyn.
Well, we do. And as agents, yes, sometimes we do learn a lot on the job. However, we need to know the micro pieces that make us good agents.
Yep.
And that's where the training and the units of competency throughout that calendar year of your individuality is what you need to do.
So we're kind of filling the gaps a little bit then, aren't we?
Correct.
Is that what you expect us to be doing as agents? Or?
Yeah. And I always relate that back to is when we start talking about what training do I need to do? What is there for me to do?
Right.
It's about, well, what do you want to know?
And we're not just talking real estate agency. We're talking property managers. We're talking buyers agents.
Correct.
We're talking auctioneers, business brokers, you name it.
Anyone in our industry.
Resident letting people as well, management rights, you name it there. It's covering all.
The board. If you're in my industry, you're doing CPD.
Anyone that has a real estate license has to do CPD.
Registration certificate, license, anything. You have to do CPD.
Because that's a question that I get asked a lot too. Only rookie agents need CPD. But veterans like me who know the ropes, we need to do it too, right?
Completely. And it's good to do because we get sometimes as mature, experienced agents, we start to think we know it all or we've done it all or we've seen it all.
And the industry changes every year.
Oh, we have seen some astronomical changes in the last 3 years.
I've heard of some people still quoting legislation from back in 2019. So you're in trouble, folks, if you're not going to be getting up to date with this kind of stuff. So can I claim CBD just by attending the office Christmas party and nodding at the speech? Is that how it works?
No, those days are far gone.
Okay, right. That's okay.
You need someone like me. So give me a call. Validum, we will look after you with all your CPD requirements.
So you've heard it here, guys. Jaclyn Lazarou is probably going to be, is the person responsible here at Validum for looking after our CPD and will be the person to dispel all the myths. So if you need to do anything in that space and you want to talk to her about anything in that space of CPD requirements or kind of context of costings and groups and webinars and online, you name it, she is the person. So this is where we've got to be really, really kind of clear in how that it is going to be delivered. So what are the options there for people that wanting to do this? Can I sit on the couch at home and do this, or can I just download a TikTok? What's the go?
Okay. At Validum, we offer quite a few different alternatives. It depends on how you or your team want to learn.
Right.
So we will cover off on those options. It's a conversation that you'll have with me, and then we can work out what's going to suit you best. But there are webinars, there's online, there's group sessions where we can get the whole office together.
Really?
Again, if their CPD year crosses over, get as many into that room as we can and train them on things that are going to really be making them interested and ignite that passion back again.
And just a disclaimer here as well, that it's not everybody that needs to do it all at the same time. It depends on when your license is issued. Is that right?
That's right. Your initial license issue date.
Right.
That's what you're looking for.
Yes.
No other dates.
Right.
And that's
where can they find that? That's on their license? Is that right?
It's on their license, just underneath the banner on the left-hand side of their license, and it actually says what license you hold.
Yep.
And then it tells you what date of issue.
But you'll be walking people all the way through that and hopefully holding their hand.
Absolutely. I'm their concierge from the first phone call.
Hear that? Personal concierge. I love it. Love it. So there's so many things you can do. Workshops, formal training, obviously webinars, conferences, mentoring.
Online.
It's great. So it's very structured and it's verifiable.
Yes.
And you'll get evidence that you've completed it so you can present that when you go for your licensing. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes, there'll be a little box when you go to renew your license the next time after your CPD year.
Yes.
There'll be a little box on your license renewal that says, have you completed your CPD?
Right.
If you've completed it and you have your statement of attainment or certificate, tick that box.
Yes.
That's it.
And I've heard a lot of people, and another rumour that I hear is you can only do your CPD at REIQ, but that's not true. You can do it here. Any RTO that's in the real estate training space who is authorised to deliver CPD can do that. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. We have all had to go through a process to actually be able to present and provide this CPD training. And it's only done through the Office of Fair Trading are the ones that have said who can and can't.
So there's various things you can do as well. Is it going to be restricted? Because I don't want to just be sitting there doing boring legislative or trust accounting stuff forever and ever just to renew my CPD every year. Is there kind of workshops in other areas and other themes?
There'll be a lot of different units that you'll be able to cover off on. We talk mainly about your legislative changes and those sorts of things, the updates of the new changes. But there'll be things like, how do I look after my digital information online? How do I have wonderful relationships and build and nurture them? So there's a lot of extra ones there. There's not just your hardcore of legislation and filling in your form. However, they are important.
So it can be sales meetings around getting listings and so we're not going to be just sitting around a meeting smashing muffins. We're going to be doing something more relevant now that's going to count toward our license.
Absolutely. And here at Validum, it's all about being fresh and current, relevant, and putting it or giving it to our students in a way, or our agents in a way that makes them want to do it and be encouraged to do it every year. Not just sitting there going, I've got to tick this box to get through.
Well, look at it this way, Jaclyn. I think that the important thing that we've found as agents, both of us ourselves, is we want something relevant.
Correct.
We want something painless and effortless, but still going to tick those compliance boxes as well. So that's probably the way we're going to be delivering. Yeah. We do really speak on behalf of the industry. So I think that it would make sense that I wouldn't want to be sitting around for 3 or 4 hours doing something meaningless, and I want it to be relevant.
And we also need to throw in a little bit of fun with it too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're doing a group session, we're going to have a little bit of fun while we're doing it.
So I can bring the muffins in. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. I always suggest that we throw some pizzas on the table too.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the sweet spot? How much CPD should an agent be aiming to do? And let's settle this once and for all. When you're saying training, what's best? Online, in person, binging YouTube? What are we really talking about?
Yeah, it really comes back to what you want to do as an agent.
Yep.
Where's your niche? What do you like to do? How do you want to learn?
Yeah, right.
Do you want to learn individually on my own? Sit down, and I can sit down at my dining room table or on my desk at work, and I can do online my CPD.
Yes, excellent.
Or do I want to do it with the group in my office so that we can have fun while we sit and do it together as a group, and tick those boxes, find out what we want to learn and make it relevant to us and individualise it to us. So you're kind of looking between 2.5 to 3 hours per unit.
Where's that?
Roughly.
Yeah.
So it's an investment in your profession.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other sweet spot that we talk about, it's not just time here, it's money as well. So
absolutely.
What kind of budgets do we need to aim for here?
Yeah, look, we'll be working from roughly $100 up. We'll be able to put something together on the table for everyone
so
out
we've
there.
got something everyone can bite off, really.
We can absolutely personalise every option for any agent that gives me a call.
Excellent. And you can work within budgets there as well.
Correct.
We've got that kind of flexibility.
Look, sitting with you, Victor, yes, I have all the flexibility that I need to make a decision for anyone that wants to come to me and ask about CPD and how we can work together.
Okay. So depending on per person, per group, per business, whatever, we can customise something.
That's right. And that is even with us coming to you, Victor.
Yep.
If an agency wants me to come out to them or one of our many trainers that we have here at Validum, we can completely do that for them.
So we've got flexibility, and providers like Validum who, we can structure everything to be up to date, self-paced, in-person events. And look, a lot of people don't realise that they're great networking tools as well, these little events and little kind of things that you can do with your team building, and at the same time kind of knock over the CPD requirements. So, all right, real talk now. What makes good CPD training useful? Because I know that we're going to be doing a lot of different things, and I know that we're going to be offering a lot of systems and a lot of flexibility around that. But, at Validum, we like to build our training with agents in mind and cover the actual kind of laws that are in Queensland, case studies, digital marketing, even sales psychology there. We're going to be able to offer those kinds of things as well. So how do people, if they want to get those kinds of things sorted, get in touch with you, Jaclyn?
Absolutely. After we finish up here today or towards the end, all of my details will be there. Please don't hesitate. You can call, email, or ring into the office.
So they can talk to you directly?
ring me directly. Anything for CPD, I'm here to answer. I also work flexible hours, so I know how busy our agents are.
Yeah,
Being one myself,
yes,
I've been there. It's important to know that you can call me earlier in the morning. You can call me a little later of an afternoon, evening.
Yep.
I'm here to make CPD as stressless and as streamlined as I possibly can.
Yeah.
It's really important that we keep it real world focused and we keep it up to date and fresh for our agents.
Absolutely. And look, and it's going to range from person to person and group to group and even agency to agency.
Yes.
And there's going to be a massive demographic. You're talking from anyone 80 years old to 18 years old here that we're going to have to make this relevant for.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's where the approach that Validum have taken to CPD is fantastic, because we will accommodate for each and every pathway that someone sees they need. And if it's something that we haven't mentioned, tell me and we'll work it out.
Look, it sounds like we're covering a lot of bases here, and it's been great today. And look, thank you so much, Jaclyn, for your insights today. And, those of you who will be putting off this kind of CPD and thinking it's all fluff and filler, think again. It's about protecting yourself. It's about leveling up. It's about staying relevant. So if you've been avoiding CPD like a tenant dodging rent, then now is the time to kind of face the music there. So big thanks to Jaclyn for schooling us today and not making us feel like school things. So thanks so much there. And you've heard it here. So if you'd like to get in touch, the details will be down below on how you do that and how you can kind of like get in touch with your own CPD personal concierge over here, Jaclyn Lazarou, resident to the stars of real estate. And look, you've heard it here. Stay sharp, stay cheeky, and let's stay legal for God's sake, and don't do anything silly there out in the industry. But if you're uncertain about what it's going to take to do CPD at the moment, Validum got you covered.
Absolutely. Give me a call.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.